I see the light.
I'm just waiting on you, man.
No.
We're just.
Hey, man, it's all attention's on you.
I don't like it.
I really miss pre-recording you guys. I'm
Oh,
not
I
gonna
know,
lie.
right?
Fucking sack of shit.
Piece of garbage.
With that being said, guys, welcome back to another episode of What You Take, the show where we talk about just about anything we can possibly think of and bring you guys along for the unfiltered, sometimes unfortunately unapologetic ride. As always, you are going to have myself here, Steve. You are going to have my brother, Chris.
I'm back, motherfuckers! Hi.
I love it. And
Well, Chris just turned on.
Sexy Spence!
Oh my god, yeah. The most cliche entry.
If anyone ever says that he has an ego problem, I'm 100% going to take responsibility.
Spencer's too
it's,
humble.
It's our fault if
For
Spencer
now,
ever
yeah.
gets an
You're
ego
like 5
problem.
more years, I'll be like,
God's gift to man.
Yeah.
That's
worship me.
That's why his D&D character wants to be a god right now.
Yeah, dude, right?
He's just living vicariously through his D&D
Oh, yeah, that's
character.
how I get my ego out of the way, actually. It's
Which,
like,
you weirdly don't do much.
no, I don't.
Yeah, we got to change that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to get more active in that.
Dude, man, I'll go straight up like God Emperor if I need to.
Well, start talking to people, you motherfucker.
Dude, well, it's hard when you got a bunch of guys hunting you down for trying to be a god. Chris,
figure it out.
Mr. DM.
Figure it out. You knew what you signed up for.
I know what I did.
I explained this to
Go
you.
tell people you're a god. Well, these guys are going to kill you when they find out you're a god.
Be sneaky.
Got to be a sneaky god.
You got to start a cult.
Dude, I'm
Gotta be
working on the
sneaky.
cult. I have plans.
You got to meet in
motion.
warehouses. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
have
no,
like secret
100%,
meetings. Come on, dude. You can orchestrate this
yeah.
shit. We can role play it out.
Every great cult started in a basement.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck yeah. Secret meetings.
Maybe skip
Yeah.
the Kool-Aid phase for now, though.
yeah, no, I don't want them dying yet until I get a necromancer.
You got to bring the
Like,
faith.
Bring the faith. So
You
one
can
of the,
bring people back to life. What the fuck are you talking about? You're
Not
level,
yet, I can't.
You're level 5.
I don't have resurrection yet.
You have revivify.
Oh, yeah, well, that's like immediately.
Yeah. You're a defibrillator.
Yeah.
Really?
My AED training's kicking in. Like,
I love it.
You with the blue shirt, go get help.
So here's what we're talking about today. We just watched a breakdown, or we just watched the trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. And I have my own list of concerns and rumors that kind of go along with this, but I want to get your guys' thoughts before we go into it. So, Spence, we're going to start with you. Thoughts, comments, concerns on
I'm
Venom.
looking forward to it. I'm a little... I don't know if this is just a big tease of it being the last one. Like, the last Venom movie, just because you're throwing Null in there, dude. Like, the biggest bad there is, and you're just going to end it real
Right.
fast like that.
Right.
One movie.
Null is an everybody problem.
Yeah,
Null-
dude, that's
yeah.
my thing.
Null is one of those where it's like we need to work together.
Yeah, he's like up there with the Celestials. Like,
I would say he's at least a Thanos level threat.
oh, dude, I think he's higher than that, man.
Shouldn't he technically be higher? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
for those of you out there that don't know this, right, if you go back to the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, that place called Nowhere, right, that's a Celestial's head, okay? And then in Thor: Love and Thunder, that sword that Gore had, that is Null's sword. He used that sword to behead the Celestial that became the place called Nowhere. And then from what you guys have told me, it took all of the symbiotes working together
They had that in one of the...
just to contain him, not even to beat him.
See, that's the thing. That's where I thought it was really interesting because, like, again, it's like most comic book things. Oh, with this story, this happened, and with this story, this happened. You know, all that. In one of them, all the symbiotes literally teamed up and made a planet prison just to contain him.
Yeah.
So when you look at those kind of statements and when you have those facts as far as like the sword and Nowhere, I would say that arguably Null makes Thanos look like a bitch.
Steven, would you say that this is an Avengers level threat?
I think
Steven, you can address that one. I want to hear Venom yell Avengers Assemble.
That would be dope.
That's all I want to hear. That would be...
Might be a good way to tie in Deadpool and all of his shenaniganry.
Here's what I think's going to happen. Well, let me back up. Let me go to my concerns. So, to your point, I think this is going to be the last standalone Venom movie. Okay? I think that will be a thing because Sony is currently leading the helm on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think, however, that Null is then going to become tied into Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. So I think we're going to see Null introduced here, and then he's going to then transfer over to Spider-Man 4 and still kind of stay in the background-ish, right? And then I think that is going to get tied into Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars or something like that.
We had that mini cutscene at the end, too, also, where, like...
I'm going somewhere with this, but I need some nerd validation here. Doctor Strange only had 2 movies, right? He had Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, right?
Standalone movies, I believe you are correct. Yes, but he's been in everyone else's bullshit.
Yeah. Right, he's been involved in everything. So, what if Null, like you said, transfers over to Sony and Tom Holland and all that, or it moves into that Phase 4 there?
Yep.
And then we get, I feel bad calling them this because they're like still Avengers, but like all of the B-list Avengers, like Doctor Strange and I don't know, like all the people who don't, Ant-Man maybe.
Did you just call Doctor Strange
a B level?
No, but he doesn't.
That's exactly what you just said.
That's not what I mean when I say that, though. I mean he's not,
like the OG Avengers.
He's not like a focus, and like he's not an Iron Man. He's not a Thor. Thor had like 5 movies. Iron Man had like 4.
Yeah.
Like he's not a captain. He's not like a focus figure.
Okay.
Like, you get all of these guys brought in to deal with Null then and give them more of their own, like, sub-Avengers movie.
I still am getting past you called him a B-lister.
Hey, he is uber powerful. And
here's my thing.
He could fold everyone like a lawn chair, I'm sure, but, like...
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Null's going to last for 3 movies.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I think Null's going to be 3 movies. Venom, Spider-Man, and something to end him. Okay? I think, going back to the Doctor Strange not being a B-lister, a lot of the upcoming movies and a lot of the upcoming projects that we see coming out of Marvel...
Doctor Doom.
...are going to be from a supernatural perspective. We had the Infinity Saga,
which was space.
We had the Multiverse Saga that we're wrapping up
science
right now,
fiction,
and now we're going supernatural. And here's the thing, because we've got Doctor Strange just queuing up some shit.
Yeah.
We know Doctor Doom is going to become a thing, which I heard some rough confirmation that they are keeping him as Victor Von Doom. It's not some weird variant of Tony. So I'm curious to see.
Oh, so it is.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
It is Doom.
It's Doom. The part that
How are they gonna? I'm still curious how they're going to do this.
Because people were worried. People were saying that if they were to make him an Iron Man turncoat variant, it would be too easy of a cop-out, and it'd be too easy of a copy-paste of Iron Man to Doctor Doom. So they've got to make him his own thing, which, fun trivia fact for everyone out there, apparently RDJ actually auditioned to be Doctor Doom back in like the early 2000s Fantastic Four movie. He wanted to be our Doctor Doom. So that's kind of a fun little full circle thing.
That is cool. Which also...
I have the power to make this happen now.
Right.
Which also it depends on how much RDJ likes Doctor Doom as a character, or if he was just like, you know, auditioning for a part or whatever. But if he is actually interested in Doctor Doom, a la Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, similar, he may have done a lot of like comics research, and like basically with that nugget of information, we can speculate that there is a definite possibility that RDJ is going to play the shit out of Doom, and it's not going to be a bad casting, or it's not going to be unfaithful.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I think he's for sure going to play the shit out of him, because of the kind of actor he is. He flat out said during the reveal thing, he's like, I like complicated characters. What can I say?
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it like further back, when you look at like Iron Man 2008, right? RDJ owes a lot to Marvel.
Yeah.
And the success that he has now since found from, you know, his previous life type situation. So I don't see RDJ going into this with anything less than 120%. Like, at all. But so where I was going with that is you look at the upcoming projects. We have Agatha that just...
Agatha All Along, yeah.
Yep, that just dropped. We had I think we have another Wanda or Vision type project that's happening. We're getting Blade, presumably. We're getting Ghost Rider at some point. We're supposed to get Midnight Suns. We're getting a
Midnight Suns is components of all of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we're getting a supernatural element that is starting to get formed.
What if Midnight Suns is the
end all be all to that?
Yeah, because like you said, we're getting Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, well, Doctor Strange we already have, but he's queuing up for something. We got Doctor Doom coming. We got Blade coming. We have Agatha, who all of those people are all members of the Midnight Suns.
Right.
The same way that, like, when Captain America came out, it's like Captain America is part of the Avengers.
Right.
Like, so you could see it, like...
We can see the pieces. They just got to do it now.
Yeah.
Right, and they have to do it well.
We need
that's the
to...
biggest thing.
And I do want them to get Robbie Reyes. I want them to get another Ghost Rider in.
Well, we know we're getting Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Robbie Reyes, though.
No.
Robbie Reyes has already been done.
Oh.
You got to remember, Marvel's all connected. Robbie Reyes was in S.H.I.E.L.D.
He was in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna. We're going to get a new Ghost Rider because Johnny Blaze was already done. Nick
Yep.
Cage is still canon.
Yep.
Robbie Reyes was in Agents of
I
Shield.
want Jensen Ackles. I'll say it now and I'll say it again.
I'm perfect. I love the idea of Jensen Ackles being.
Ever since I've seen him in The Boys, I'm telling you, dude, the range that guy's got is way more than I thought.
Correct.
I mean, like, he was great in Supernatural. He was great in The Boys. He played the perfect amount of he's a dickhead to kind of a hero to
Yep.
kind of... I feel like that would really kind of grasp, I guess, the concept of Ghost Rider.
Yep.
So I think he... Plus, dude, come on, man. He already looks badass.
So
Like,
looping all of that back around into the whole
Null thing.
into the Null thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't think, unfortunately, that Null's going to be as long-lived as he should be. I think that Null deserves to be the bad guy behind the scenes for at least 6 or 7 movies, and I don't think it's going to happen.
here's another thing too is like in the next season of Marvel. Because that's what it is. These movies are episodes.
Yeah.
In the next season of Marvel, perhaps, like you said, Null may only be around for a few movies. But if that is the case, what I would like to see as a viewer, instead of having him crop up and get smashed like a fucking whack-a-mole, I'd like to see them maybe drive him back or have like a temporary solution where it's like we've stalled his progress or we've put him in the Shadow Realm or we've...
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we've done some... We haven't killed him.
Yeah.
He's still a threat, but we put him on the back foot.
No, well, okay, I think one of the things, too, is, like, they might just use him as, like, cool, this might be the last dance as Venom alone, but, like, maybe this will be the introduction to, like, a Venom Spider-Man mashup, because we haven't seen Tom Holland with freaking
Eddie
Venom
Brock,
at
yeah.
all.
What if, spitballing this right now, but what if the end-all be-all is that Null hasn't been contained yet? What if the end-all be-all to this
is the containment.
Is the containment piece.
And
Right.
they flip the timeline a little bit.
Yep.
Which, honestly, it could be part of, like, The Last Dance or, 2 or 3 movies down where Venom's like, I gotta go, Eddie. Like,
Why does Venom gotta sound stoned as fuck, man?
But because
It's
I gotta go,
man.
I gotta go, Eddie.
been real.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot of interesting
Iron
features in
Giant,
that.
I go, you stay. No following. All the symbiotes.
He's just sitting there crying, like, but we. Like,
But all the symbiotes float up into the sky, form a force cage, and
well, okay, so, like, in some of the comic book things, Null actually controls the symbiotes.
Yeah.
And through some fuckery of whatever, they actually gain their individual freedom, and they realize that they've just been monsters spreading across the universe. So, one of the interesting things about that, too, is once they gain their freedom, they decide to turn on their, like,
creator.
So, that could possibly happen. So
They're
then
breaking the mind control.
Venom might actually have to leave him to go quarantine Null.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility, because, I mean, if you look at the trailer, they actually show, like...
There were
all
like
those
five. There were like
Yeah.
5 symbiotes in a tank.
Yeah, right. Well, the other thing, too, though, is if you look, all those crashing down, those are symbiotes.
The 100% symbiotes.
So,
yeah.
like, who knows how many are showing up?
Yeah.
Plus, on top of it, too, they featured Dr. Payne. So, that one, the one who's, like, a government agent who literally just kind of does horrific Mangala-style experiments on symbiotes.
Everybody needs a Cadmus.
Everyone needs a fucking psycho. So, like... They're doing a lot of touches on a lot of comic books and various characters. I mean, mind you, normally, like, Payne is a male, so I'd imagine maybe it was, like, his daughter or something like that they could play on.
Here's another thing too: is what if they're fog seeding? If they're smart, they could be fog seeding, where it's like with The Last Dance, like, we're going to put plot threads here, 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 here.
Which, again,
and then TV shows.
It makes, oh, don't do the TV shows. It makes sense to do that kind of threading, but the thing that bugs me is that you're going to use someone that's to the scale of Null to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bugs me. He should be a problem.
Yeah.
A fucking problem.
Well, I'm saying the Null arc could all resolve, but then it's like, now follow the adventures of Dr. Payne.
I know, I don't want to do that, though.
I don't wanna.
Null should be the problem for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, he should be like a face of his own, essentially.
It really should be.
You know,
it could be the symbiote saga for all I care.
Well,
my
yeah.
god, wouldn't that be fucking sick?
Well, I'm saying have this symbiote saga, do it, resolve it, and then all the shows come up being like in the aftermath of the...
No, I get what you're saying. The problem is they're going to do those 3 films. They're going to happen like this. And the whole Null arc is going to last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
See, my thing is, like, I
that's
just
gonna be
don't
it.
like TV series because it's just one of those where I'm like, I don't have that much time, dude. There's so many shows, okay? I just don't. Like, give me, like, 3-4 great-ass movies and I'll be happy.
Exactly.
I don't need 45 episodes explaining why fucking Peter has a hard-on for Venom. You know? Like,
One thing I will say before I wrap this one up here, for Spider-Man 4, it seems like we've all but confirmed that Sydney Sweeney is getting the Black Cat role.
why do you have to end it on that, dude? Like, I'm sorry.
Anyway, guys, with that being said, let us know what your thoughts on all of those projects are down in the comments. If there's anything that we should be covering or anything that we left out on it, because you guys seem to do a great job correcting us on shit. But with that being said,
Nerd culture.
Peace out.
Later.